Hero 29, everybody. Hero 29 has been revealed, and you can bet your ass that I am now a Piranha Plant main. Thank you, Jeff Sama! So for those of you who missed it, the new hero is Ashe. She is a member of the Deadlock Gang, old friend of McCree, and she's basically another DPS hero. She's pretty cool. So we're going to talk about what her moveset is, we're going to go into an analysis of each of her moves, how much damage she's going to do, how effective she's going to be, and then we're going to talk about how she's going to interact with the current meta and shake things up a little bit. So let's jump into it. So she has this rifle, the Viper. She can fire it in either scoped in mode or just unscoped mode, fire it from the hip. If you fire it from the hip, it shoots a lot faster. It's something along the lines of 4 shots per second, but it does a lot less damage, something like 40 or 45 damage per shot. If you scope in, you're only doing about 1.5 shots per second, I would say, maybe even less than that. But you do something ridiculous, like 85 damage per shot, 80 or 85 damage per shot, something in that range. And this is pretty significant, and we're going to talk about why a little bit later, but let's jump into her other moves first. She's got her shift ability, which is the coach gun. It is a knockback ability. It can be used a lot like Pharah's knockback ability. It can be used to relocate Ashe, or it can be used to knock an enemy away. Unlike a lot of these knockback abilities, like Lucio or Brigitte, it's actually on a very long cooldown, more like Pharah's. It's actually going to be on a 10-second cooldown, which is pretty long. Her dynamite is her E ability. She can throw the dynamite, just like in the trailer, she can shoot the dynamite with a skill shot. When I saw that, I was originally thinking, oh, you probably just push E again to detonate it. No, you actually have to make the skill shot and shoot the dynamite. It's actually kind of difficult to do, but if you get it, you can detonate the dynamite early, and I think that's probably going to be necessary for when you want to get a timed explosion on a big group of enemies, like you're going against a goat's comp. Like the coach gun, the dynamite is on a 10-second cooldown. It has an initial explosion, which is something like 60 or something. Actually, I don't know exactly how much damage it is when it's close, but it's probably 50 or 60, and it decreases when you get further away from the dynamite, just based on the gameplay that I've seen. It also does 100 fire damage. There's no damage types in Overwatch, but you're set on fire and it does 100 damage over the course of 5 seconds. So the movement she gets from her coach gun is actually quite high. Like those buildings on Busan, you can actually use the coach gun knockback to get all the way up there. Just about any high ground in the game, you're going to be able to reach using her coach gun, which is pretty crazy. Like, that's some pretty serious mobility. That's why it's on a 10-second cooldown. Now, let's get talking about the meta shifts that are going to happen when this hero comes into play. I think that the whole meta isn't going to be redefined around this hero or anything like that, but it is going to be pretty significant, and I think it affects the current meta in a pretty healthy way, all things considered. So let's talk about first her scoped in fire. This is huge. I was telling you, this 80 to 85 damage per shot is huge, and that is because a damage boosted headshot is going to be able to kill any 200 HP hero in one shot. That's huge. There's no other non-sniper hero. Well, I guess now you could sort of put her in the category of sniper hero, right? Because she sort of scopes in and she can one-shot people. So I think she is going to have sort of this soft sniper role where she's replacing Widowmaker in some situations. And this is going to make Mercy an even stronger pick. I know that she's already often picked with these Widowmaker comps, but now she's going to be a must pick on these Ashe sniper comps. However, since Mercy is still going to be pretty much pocketing Ashe, she still sort of fits in the role of off healer. Then there's her dynamite, which is an AoE attack. Anything that is AoE is sort of, at the very least, sort of a soft goats counter. So if she can throw her dynamite in the middle of that whole bunch of tanks and supports and actually gets the shot on the dynamite, that's pretty big. That's 20 damage per second for 5 seconds. That completely cancels out, that more than cancels out either the Lucio or the Brigitte healing. So that, again, if you get that simultaneously with an Ana nade, they're pretty much screwed. Just the dynamite plus the anti-nade is going to absolutely sentence any 200 HP hero to a slow painful death by burning. There's also Bob, which, because of sort of area of effect disruption, when you send Bob in, he sort of knocks everyone around. That can mess up these tightly knit comps as well. So overall, we're not going to see a huge meta shift with Ashe, but we are going to see 3-3 becoming slightly weaker. We're going to see Widowmaker maybe being dropped in favor of Ashe in a certain number of situations, and we're going to be seeing Mercy a little more popular in these Ashe comps, where she is focusing the Ashe to enable her to be that sort of sniper type hero who can take out 200 HP targets with. That's it for today's video on Ashe. My name has been Cotangent Theta. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. I hope you all have a great day, and remember, if something's worth doing, it's worth doing badly.